First question. What are your name and pronouns?
Hi, I'm Float, or just FloatWhimsical. I go by she, her.
And how do you identify?
Trans femme.
Trans femme? Okay. Can you tell me a bit about your VTuber model or persona?
Honestly, my persona is just me. I'm not too into like the acting part of it. I personally can't act, but and then I'm just a red panda. Just red panda, and red and blue because red and blue. This specifically, this shade of red and blue is my favorite, like combination.
Because you're incredibly patriotic, right?
No, it has nothing to do with patriotism. I just like the shade of red and blue.
I'm
Because
teasing
normally,
you.
because they're opposites,
I agree. I think it's a great combination. I was just teasing. I'm just teasing you, Float.
Yeah.
So how did you ensure that your model represented you?
If I'm being honest, my origin of like my model was just I made a Vroid of myself, or a Vroid, like for free on a Vroid Studio or whatever. I forget what it's called, but and I made that, and I was like, I like this, but I want it to be a red panda because like Vroid didn't really have any tails or any of that, or like red panda ears. And so I was like, when I found my model artist, just on a random Twitter post, and it kind of just, just went off from that. I want this, but red panda, and which here we are.
What drew you to VTubing, and do you find it rewarding?
I've always wanted to stream. Like I had old VODs of me streaming with a face cam. But I streamed for like a month, and I realized that I just don't like the way I looked. I still don't like IRL. And so I made that free, like, because I saw like VTubers for the first time in I think like 2019 or whatever, 2020, like during the pandemic, and I was like, you know what? I'll give this a shot.
Pandemic VTuber.
Kind of like I dabbled at first, but when I seriously got into VTubing, I believe it was 2021, early. I think early. Wait, I can probably double check.
So you've been doing it for a while then?
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I can double check when I started. Go to my. I started, I believe, February of 2022, question mark.
Okay, so pretty, actually, that means you started actually a little bit before I did. Huh?
Actually, I can double check. Actually, I started like streaming January 1st. But then I did VTubing, I think, February. Like I streamed a little bit with Facecam, like 1 or 2 times, I believe. And then it was February 2022.
So you started as a Facecam streamer.
Yeah. There's no evidence of that though. I deleted it off the face of the earth.
I'm guessing you're a lot happier than being a VTuber versus a Facecam.
Yeah, no, this has definitely helped me a lot to be at least more comfortable.
Yeah, that makes sense. So my guess is probably it would not have been the same if you were a Facecam streamer. Definitely a different feeling.
Yeah, definitely a different feeling.
Understandable. I'm the same way. I also started out Facecam. No evidence of that though.
Yep.
Anyway, can you share some of the highs and lows of your journey being transgender in the VTubing space?
There's really like no lows, but like in the VTubing space specifically, it's all been good, except for like the occasional trolls, but it's whatever. Besides, like, there's really no like specifically like, I don't know, bad thing about being trans and a VTuber. I think it's very accepting. Except for like, of course, the random people. But
yeah, then they don't matter as much.
yeah, but they don't matter. I haven't run into anybody like in the VTubing space that's been like that, you know, that I personally know. But yeah, highs. I've met a lot of good people. If I'm being honest, I only have like one IRL friend, and everyone else I know is online, and I've basically met them through VTubing. This sounds kind of sad, but it's the truth.
I mean, yeah, but there's no harm in that, I don't think.
Yeah, there's no harm. I love my friends.
We love you too.
Very much. I very much would not be here if I didn't. If I didn't do this, if I'm being completely honest. But that's a little bit too much for an interview.
No, I get it.
But yeah,
I can cut
I'm being
that
honest.
if you want to. It's all good.
Yeah, you can leave it in. It's fine.
Okay. And so, would you say that VTubing has helped you discover more about yourself?
Yeah, for me to be more honest. I'm being completely real. Like, funny story. Like my first like V-Roid I mentioned a little ago, was meant to be like androgynous and stuff. That's kind of like where I started out because I didn't know anything really about my identity and all that. But I slowly got more comfortable with the idea of like, or like not more comfortable, but I like it felt more right, you know, with and made me more comfortable with myself later on as I went through like stuff I'm doing, you know.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I think that's awesome. I'm glad that VTubing has helped create like a safe space for you to do things like that and just kind of express yourself. Makes me happy. So then, my last question for you: what would you say to somebody who was looking at VTubing as an option to being their truest self in content creation?
Just do it. Just say fuck it, we ball. That's my model. It's just fuck it, we ball. I started it because I said fuck it, we ball, and I did it. I'm here 2 years later. You know, I feel like I've grown a lot. I've definitely matured more, being in the VTuber space. I used to be a fucking brat, like a bitch, and just like I don't know. I feel like I grew up more, or like kind of realized that I just need to grow the fuck up. You know?
You did kind of grow. You really did kind of grow up like in this. You know, you did grow up in this. You spent a lot of time in the space. You know, 2 years is quite a while, and you're still quite young. You know, so
yeah, I think I started when I was 17.
Oh,
16?
You're a baby. You're a little boy. You're like what, 19 then?
Yep, I'm 19.
You're a little baby.
Maybe, but I'll be 20 next year, and that kind of scares me.
Yeah, 20 is that weird age that's like I'm not technically adult enough to drink, but I'm also technically still old enough to not be a teenager anymore. So I don't get that teenager status. I don't get to say, well, I'm still a teen, I'm still learning. People expect more of you without giving you enough to actually do anything. So I think that's also, it's just awkward between the ages of 18 and 21. Can't blame you there. It's a good way to be, it's a good age to be discovering yourself though. So yeah. Is there anything else you want people to know about your experiences in the space?
Don't take anything for granted, and don't take anything from anyone that you don't like. Like, don't be complacent. I feel like if you feel like some people might say if you get a model or like PNG and you change it every month or so, and people are like, why are you changing it so often? It doesn't matter. You need to find you, and whoever you are the best.
You are the best.
Yes, you are the best you, and that's all people really can ask for. I feel like So yeah.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Thank you so much, Float. That was very well put.